preference, depending on how thick you want your gravy.
Okay.
You can always add water, but you can never take away, so it's better to start a little less aggressive with the water.
Right, okay.
You don't, but the big thing is don't make it too watery.
Okay.
Because if it's too watery, then you can't taste the spices, they wash off the meat.
Okay.
But if it's a little bit thicker, that's okay.
Okay.
It just won't be quite as good for the gravy, but it's still very good. And I sometimes, with certain dishes, you don't want the gravy. You want it, you don't want it like liquid. You want it really thick.
Okay.
But for this, since it's a curry, we're going to eat it with rice. We're going to get just a little bit of water. So give it another taste. Just see where we're at. We're doing good. All right, so we're going to not cover it completely, but just enough all the way, except leave a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're just going to let it sit and do its magic.
Excellent.
We'll pretty much be done. Now the key is, once we're done with this cooks, the meat cooks, you don't eat it immediately. You let it sit for like 20 minutes.
Okay.
So that way the flavor gets seasoned in nicely. And this is actually even better as leftovers than it is fresh, because having it overnight sitting some juices is really
I
nice.
think I remember you saying that before, or when you sent us recipes. I think you told the kids earlier, but how do you know when it's tender enough
So
to eat?
it's just a feel, like you can tell like when you touch it. So like I showed Ellie like with the spoon when she felt it, it's still a little firm, but
Okay.
the longer it cooks, the more soft it gets, and then we're going to obviously taste it and see.
Right. Okay.
And I know kind of what the texture should be, and then once it gets nice and but you can tell it's really obvious.
Okay.
So I just like to use a little bit of whole yogurt, not a lot, maybe a couple spoonfuls. So that gives it a little bit more creaminess. But again, this is optional, and usually, Dad and I usually don't do this, but it adds a little bit, that nice little extra oomph.
We like oomph.
Plus, some of those spices that put a little longer, I like that might help.